now that
So,
we're done with bottle and bonds,
so 3 and 4
on
get
to,
much more complex.
on
I
to the rich house
presume.
proof.
Well, there you ruined it, Ryan.
Mhm. One of these two is a 6 year, and one of these is a barrel strength. I know what my two other options are. Could be a 7 year, but we weren't blessed by that.
No, you were not blessed with the 7 year
Non
Ben Holladay.
opened.
I might send this with the Ben Holladay bourbon lore, but
Have
or
you
you
even
know keep.
tried the 7 year yet?
No, I haven't. It's right here, still
Wow,
sealed.
you don't even know how it
Um,
tastes. Could be
I
terrible.
don't. So it's actually a different mixture than the 6 year. So I'm excited to try that. I thought about sending that along with the bourbon lore to you guys. But if you want to keep smarting off, I won't. So your choice. What do you think of the nose on three?
I like it. I think it's ramped up from the first two. You get a little bit more depth, a bit more complexity, a little bit more richness.
Yeah.
Um,
I think
a little
richness
bit of
is the
that
best word.
chocolate malt is kind of what I said earlier. I think that's true. Yeah. Four is lacks maybe a little bit of the richness, the dark, like maybe a little bit less of the chocolate notes, but it's still plenty sweet. Like it's maybe quite sweet, maybe a little floral. I mean, maybe getting a little bit of a lavender note.
Yes.
Um, overall, I think I still have to give the nod on the nose to number three,
Yeah, I agree.
but it's close. They're different. Maybe similar ratings, but just a little bit different profile. Now the
Okay.
palette and finish, I think, are um, I think one is edging it out over the other. I don't know if TJ has
Let me go
more
back. I'm
comments.
looking.
I know my order before we even started here. So I've I've done some
Extensive research.
testing, extensive research. Yes,
Mm.
on these bottles. Um, Not my first grouping of these. I'm a big
Not my
fan.
first rodeo.
You got three
So
cases.
no, and I would say everything you're saying is right. I get the
Forced.
lavender floral notes on the other one. Yeah, I know. I hate to agree with Chuck. Um, but then on number three, the nose, I almost get like a little bit more of those traditional bourbon notes on that one. So, which the reveal, see what happens. TJ, what are your thoughts?
So I feel like I'm going to disagree with Chuck here.
Oh, I love it.
The way he's
Ooh,
set up
go
from
on.
nosing to palate.
Go
I,
on.
I feel like I agree with you with the nose. I think 3 just has a slight edge over 4. Uh, and on the palate and the finish, again, I feel like 3 has not a slight edge over 4, a much edge over 4. There's just an overall complexity, and uh, it just works really well together. Whereas 4, I feel like I'm getting some really good notes, but they're not in sync with each other. And so, as an overall from start to finish, I feel like 3 takes it. 4 has really good points from time to time, but it just there's something it doesn't work well together for me.
I'm
It
gonna
doesn't crescendo.
disagree with you, but agree with you.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
bourbon with notes that don't work together. This isn't a symphony. Like we're not
It is to
playing
me.
Beethoven, Moonlight Sonata here. Um, the
Jazz
the
hands.
flavor is the flavor. Ooh, jazz hands. Huh, you distracted me. Uh, but I am going to agree with you that you. It's interesting that you interpreted what I like. You thought I was going to go with four as my preferred.
Just the way you like left off the nose, like this is how I feel the nose. But with the palate and the finish, I mean, that's just what I got.
No, I number three blows it away. Um, from honestly from start to finish. And I weight the nose more heavily in my overall assessment anyway of a bourbon. So um, three did have a leg up to even to start going into the finish or into the palate and the finish, but it's more robust, it's more flavorful. Yeah, the viscosity is better. Yeah, I think three is the clear winner of this.
Yeah. Yeah, three. I just get chocolate graham cracker s'more, and it's delicious.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I agree with Chuck and disagree with Chuck at the same time. Um, Bourbon is a symphony. Symphony. The notes should work together. And yeah, like I said, lack of crescendo on 4. The individual notes I actually feel like are incredibly impressive on number 4, but it's like pop, pop, pop variation just I feel like takes away from the experience versus 3 just works together so well.
I just think that's because the notes are better. It has nothing to do with the fact that
yeah, I mean better.
I don't get the pop pop on number 4.
Well, on number 4, I just feel like they're stronger and they're nice, but they just don't all fit. That's kind of what I mean by pop pop pop. So based on your experience with 1 and 2, when you have the bourbon, traditional bourbon, soft red wheat,
I'm gonna go.
You have Rickhouse.
The one we like
of both of those as 3 and 4. Which one do you think are 3 and 4?
6 year is 3, and the Rickhouse proof is 4.
No, this number 1 was your 6-year bottle and bond.
Oh,
and so number 2 previously was your soft red wheat.
Okay, so what do we
have?
Number 3 is
those
is the bourbon. Number 4 is the wheated.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Chuck.
Number 3 is the bourbon, and the number 4 is the wheated bourbon.
You agree?
Yeah, I'll agree with Chuck. I trust him.
You're absolutely wrong.
Oh wow!
3 is the soft red wheat. Rickhouse proof. 4 is the bourbon. And it blows my stinking mind.
So
I think this is a situation where you should trust the palate, and this is a bottle labeling issue. Like they made a mistake, and I would like to go back and let's taste it or test this juice with some GC Mass Beck, because the palate's not wrong.
So Chuck,
and those types of things happen, right? Like somebody labeled the wrong freaking bottles.
I know, right? And I would agree with you, except this is not the first time I've bought those 2 bottles or consumed those 2 bottles. And I had the exact same experience.
I mean,
already.
I'm just saying, I work in
absolute.
Sometimes mistakes happen.
I'm willing to say that
mislabeled a vat.
I mean, I'm willing to say I trust Brian. It might be a Weller killer. I would take number 3 probably over 107, and it'll be way easier to find too.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so number 3 is coming in at basically, 119.
119 proof.
Yeah, 119 proof. It's aged 6 years.
What's the price on these?
This one MSRP is right about 75.
Okay. So similar MSRP to 107 if you can find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and places vary. I can find it around 75 consistently being in Missouri. Other places, might go up to 90 or something like that. But this is one at 75, especially the soft red wheat. Our number 3, I feel good spending $75 on it. I have more than once.
More than once. But, he bought a case, folks.
I know, bought a case.
I mean, I would. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely phenomenal. It's 6 year. It's a full proof, Rickhouse proof, whatever you want to call it. Can we get an official definition on whatever Rickhouse proof is?
Yeah, there's no.
And so it's beautiful.
So just
I am shocked at how it compares to the soft red wheat bottle and bond. I'm with you
I
guys. Originally, I would have thought this was the bourbon, but I've done this with 2 or 3 different bottles, like or rounds of this, and every time the soft red wheat rickhouse proof tastes like this, and it's the preferred option.
so I think the soft red bottled and bond does that a disservice. Like they need to pull that product off the market because I would if I had
This
the
one,
bottled and bond, yeah, if I had that first, I would have not bought the Rick House.
Yeah, I can agree with
mm,
that.
yeah.
I'd have been
Well,
like, well,
a
no,
lot of
like
people,
the bourbon's better.
are going like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for the bourbon
Ah,
rickhouse
cocoa wheat,
proof.
bird brain.
And I'm telling you, like this one is flies off the shelf. Like this is the one I have a hard time finding
That's the bourbon.
is the bourbon rickhouse proof. The soft red wheat rickhouse proof, though, I'm telling you, you guys agree. I agree. I've done this more than once. I feel like this is the way to go. Just saying.
It's unanimous. It's Power Bourbon's stamp of approval.
Yep. I would just
TJ,
like to
are
point
you
out screw
actually?
caps can
Yeah.
do good bourbon.
So you're going. Are you pairing number 3 right now against 107?
Yep.
I think like it's been a while since I had 107, but it's got to be more. It's oakier, if I do recall, brighter cherry note.
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Which I mean, it's one of those. It's just like, what do you
But what about
prefer?
the
I guess.
finish? Does the 107 finish?
That might be where the Ben Holladay has it.
That's from my memory. That's where I'm thinking the Ben Holladay actually is better than the 107.
Yeah, it's really sad. My 107's almost gone.
Oh, so sad. You bought those 1.5 liters for $22.
MSRP. Oh,
So on the nose, Weller takes it. On the palate, Ben Holladay takes it. But on the finish, Weller takes it. It's not even close. So
interesting. What's
interesting?
Yeah. I mean, I hate to do it. I'm giving the nod to Buffalo Trace here. Like 107 is just it's special. Now,
that's right. When you made the comparison, I was like, I don't think this is a fair comparison. But even if you're talking about that, I think it's interesting.
Right. Yeah. Well, because like I'm going to be honest, I would take the Ben Holladay over Weller 12. I would take the Ben Holladay over Weller Special. I would take the Ben Holladay over 2 of the Weller foolproof picks I have that are not as good. But
now, when you say Ben Holladay, are you talking the number 3, the soft red wheat rickhouse proof?
I think that's what. Yeah, that's what he's comparing.
Okay. Yeah. Just to be clear.
But there is something special about Weller 107. I stand by a lot of people. This is the best Weller product.
Yes.
At the end of the day.
Chuck doesn't agree.
No, that is the best. Well, I should. Yeah, I haven't. I mean, we like TJ. We like we put our Weller foolproof into the final,
right?
But that's not what this isn't about. That I think honestly, like the fact that the Ben Holladay is even in the discussion at the price point in availability. You know, the last time I saw or had the opportunity to purchase a 107.
Oh yeah, it's non-existent.
I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you. So with that, like the fact that this hangs, this is a good bourbon.
Yeah.
And I think that's the big takeaway is like availability plus price point.
Bingo.
Is if you can get Holladay soft red wheat rickhouse proof.
Yeah.
And I mean, buy a case of it. Some people do. And you know,
some people
and enjoy it. And know that you're getting something very close-ish to something people hunt and pay significantly more for.
Yep. There you go. All right. With that, we have been through Ben Holladay lineup. More Ben Holladay videos to come in the future. And cheers.
Hopefully, Brian said this 7. seven
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, well,
I
Chuck's
don't
going
know.
to
He
be
might not.
traveling, so we'll see if do I need to send a sample to Chuck on that or not?
Nope. No, you do not. Just send me a full, like both our samples. I'll be happy. All right. We'll see you next time. Cheers.
Stay neat. Thanks, Brian.
Our bourbon.